that really gives me a positive burst of energy. I posted on TikTok at Chastia that, I don't know if y'all are familiar with the Christ codes. And the Christ codes are 04310. And the reason for that is because only through nothing and only through the true evergreen Yahshua lineages did we become from nothing into a quatra, which was 4, to form a trinity, which was 3, and that we were attached to the 1 and then able to go back to 0. And even in New Orleans, when we were down there doing all of this and working with the people, they all knew and were asking me, what day is this out of the 4? We've been up for 3 days. Is this the 4 days that equals 1, or is this the 3 days that equals 1? And that really is different for each of us when we're not doing something as major as we are right this second. And the answer to my New Orleans descendants is that we were on the 4-day count to equal the 3 days that started yesterday. So yesterday, today, and tomorrow would be considered 1 day of a massive amount of change that's going on in the higher realms. Now, for the first time in what you would consider human history, because this is the first time that we were not in an Orion 33 masonry after death scenario. And what that means is that I'm sure most of you know, or if you didn't know, our lifetimes were written. They were written per your DNA. They were written per your lineage stories. They were then written by 33 Masons and Founding Fathers. Not all of it evil, okay? It literally is how we kept track of after death down here. It's just everybody forgot that we were going to get out after death. And these societies were, in the end, completely taken over by heartless, soulless, unconscious beings. And that was per the antimatter. It was per the end days. It was per even giving every one of us the knowing and the ability to be able to see through it and to also recognize what had happened with that program. And, Epstein would be the one in our timeline where it all went wrong. And I'll just add that right here, because those of us who walked this and who had to make some major decisions for the collective last year, there was no way that we were going to allow for what they had written on everybody to happen, because none of it was by divine law. None of it was associated to your DNA lines. None of it was here to teach you anything. The entire program that AI and these soulless beings had written was all to enslave and to basically rape and beat the energy out of everybody. And there really was no story that was even in play to help your soul, which is why, if it would have been allowed, everything would have ended. I'm saying all of that because right now, for the first time, these entities are not getting their way. And for the first time, these organizations are not seeing their timelines connect. And I know for a fact that Amazon and Fox, FX, I'm not sure if Seagal and Sutton are still involved. If you are, you're complete lunatics for what happened to Christina, because this all was Applegate, Sons of Anarchy, Sam Crow,